Wheeler Lake, Alabama. Athletes gather once more to battle the best. As the season winds down, the pressure heats up. A make-or-break event and a chance to change a career. It's all on the line. Any of them can be champion and walk away with our top prize of $100,000.
That's what I'm talking about. Who's your daddy? Damn, look at that bad boy. Oh, yeah. Holy cow. There he is, folks, your champion. $500,000, Richard.
Set in the heart of the Tennessee Valley in northern Alabama, Wheeler Lake, named after Civil War General Joseph Fightin' Joe Wheeler, known for his aggressiveness and never-say-quit attitude. The anglers that are vying for the top prize of $100,000 here carry the same attitude as the lake's namesake. It's the 5th stop on the Walmart FLW Tour from Decatur, Alabama. This event presented by Pedigree. Hello, everybody. I'm Keith Leibowitz, along with Charlie Evans. What a fantastic top 10 field we have assembled here on Wheeler Lake. It includes 2 pros who have already won on the Walmart FLW Tour this year, Kelly Jordan and Toshinari Namiki.
Kelly won our first event on Okeechobee. He came from way down behind, over 10 pounds down, by flipping some huge fish out of grass mats on the final day. Toshi also made the top 10 at Okeechobee. He couldn't win there, but he won on Ouachita River, our 3rd event of the year in Louisiana. He was flipping a black tube in some cypress trees.
Charlie, this has been a year of first. Never before has a professional bass angler on the FLW Tour qualified for 3 consecutive top 10s. Bobby Lane did it earlier this year, and now his feat has been equaled by Kellogg's pro, Alvin Shaw.
Alvin made the top 10 at the Ouachita River, followed that with a top 10 on Beaver Lake. Now in his 3rd top 10, he's on a roll.
How about Greg Hackney, widely considered the top angler in the world last year? Started off a little bit slow this year, but he is now on a roll. He's made his first top 10 of the season.
Every tournament goes by, he gets stronger and stronger. He's in his top 10. He's dangerous with that flipping stick.
And this is where our competition begins at Riverwalk Marina in Decatur. And here's Toshinari Namiki. He's looking to match the trophy from his Ouachita River win. And there's Michael Bennett. He's a rookie. This is his first FLW top 10. He'd like to get his first win.
Just turned 21, barely squeaked into the top 10 for this event.
We're going fishing in the Tennessee River system. Looking forward to it. Beautiful day. Right now there's no wind and the sun's out. That's good for KJ.
KJ is Kelly Jordan. It could be a good day for a lot of these anglers, but all of them have one thing on their mind this late in the season. That's becoming one of our top 48 and getting to the championship.
6 qualifying events during the year. This is event number 5. A lot on the line trying to make that top 48, get into the Forest Elwood Championship for that shot at $500,000 first place prize.
As for our top 10, Charlie, this is how the finalists did the first 2 days. Kelly Jordan led the way, but this morning, of course, they'll all start from the same place, 0. And one of those anglers getting an early start is Mike Hawks, along with his co-angler Bill Rogers, already setting up while the other anglers are still traveling.
He's staying on Wheeler Lake, the rest of them traveling up the Tennessee River toward Gunnersville. He's going to keep that bait wet.
Some of those guys are going up there and they're going to have a good morning. They're going to catch them. About half of them won't, and it'll be hard on them. If we can just catch them decent out here 2 days in a row, not real good, we'll have a chance.
This is a major gamble for Mike Hawks. For everyone else, it's a long way to go. Charlie, why is he going against the norm here?
I'm not so sure it's against the norm, Keith. He's going to get a lot of quality fishing time while the other anglers are driving boats. He's going to have a bait in the water, and Wheeler's a tremendous fishery. It could pay off for him big time.
Alabama is in the heart of the Deep South, and Lake Wheeler is in the northern part of the state, just shy of the Tennessee border. From the marina, it takes about 45 minutes at top speed to get to the lock leading into the lake you mentioned, Gunnersville. And this morning, the anglers are going to have to wait just to get in, but Kellogg's pro Alvin Shaw wasting no time.
Well, while we're waiting on the lock to open, I'm just throwing a big bait, trying to get a big bite right here, which would be, you know, just be a plus to get one in the boat. While everybody else is sort of just sitting around, I'm working.
He's got a long day ahead of him. 200 pros and 200 co-anglers began this tournament 2 days ago. After yesterday, the top 10 in each category advanced. The co-angler competition ends today, and somebody's going to walk away with $20,000. The pros have today and tomorrow to earn their $100,000 first place prize. The lock is big. It raises the boats about 40 feet, taking the better part of an hour to cycle through it. In all that time, Mike Hawks has been fishing on Wheeler. This is his second top 10 appearance this year, and here we go. He's on one.
Yeah, I'll just swim.
Got him a keeper coming into the boat. The other guys haven't even got to their fishing spots yet. He's got one in the
I
boat.
don't like to mess that net unless we just have to.
Over to Kelly Jordan and his co-angler Derek Jones. They've set up just past the dam on Gunnersville Lake. Kelly's one of the best fishermen in the world and has had an up and down year on the FLW Tour, but it sure started off with a bang.
He won $100,000 on Lake Okeechobee. He's from Mineola, Texas. Let's hear it for Kelly Jordan.
Being able to win 2 tournaments in a year would be just a dream come true.
We have a champion, Kelly Jordan.
That's a, a fantastic accomplishment that not many people have done. Just driven too, I mean, I'm a good athlete, but I'm not Michael Jordan or anything. I think I'm always pretty confident. Even when I do bad, I shake it off pretty well, and I think that's one thing that separates people that are really successful from people that aren't. But I'm just going to go out there and have fun, go fishing. I'm going to try real hard, but I think it could be a really good day. I've never told anyone my best area. They asked, I didn't say. I've always tried to fish how I think the tournament's going to be won. And if I don't get on that thing and then I guessed wrong what was going to win, I bomb. Who knows? Main thing, though, is having fun. Needs to put a smile on us. Look.
Well, just kind of got a smile.
2 tour-level events in 1 year is just great. And, anybody would love to do it, especially Kelly Jordan.
He calls himself KJ. He's finally made it back into the top 10 for the second time this season, and here he goes. He's on his first of the day, Charlie.
Got a good keeper headed toward the boat. Champion Okeechobee, he struggled since then. Back into the top 10. That'll help him try to get back to the Forestdale Wood Championship. He made it there in 2003.
Number 1.
Number 1 for Kelly Jordan. Interesting, he had not made a top 10 prior to this year. Now he's already got 2.
Great hook set for Kelly Jordan. He put some power into the hook set and scoots that fish right into the boat.
And also interesting, Kelly Jordan adding more than just a fish to his live well. Charlie, what is he doing here?
He's adding Rejuvenate, a live well additive that'll keep the fish alive in hot weather conditions.
Kelly Jordan and Mike Hawks are both on the board, but this competition is just getting started. We'll be back with much more when we return. Toshinari Namiki and his co-angler Mark Hicks are hard at work. Toshi is having a fantastic season. 3 top 10s and his win on the Washita River. A performance that is today's Castrol flashback.
I cannot believe it. Yes. All right.
The man from Tokyo began the season with a top 10 on the Big O.
My dream is to win the tournament.
On the Washita River, he made his dreams come true.
I fish hard now. Yeah. I'm really enjoying right now. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Japanese and easy.
No, thank you, Toshi, for being so much fun to watch. His 3rd top 10 this season, and he'd like to make it his 2nd win of the season, Charlie.
He was in 5th place after the first 2 days. Got one hooked up here. Good, strong hook set. Taking it nice and easy, taking it slow. Make sure this fish doesn't pull off. He hates it when it jumps like that. Wants to stay down in the water. The rod tip down, keep it down. Beautiful fish.
Toshi is in a fight for the Angler of the Year title as well.
All right. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Beautiful fish there. You're right, Charlie.
Over 6 pounds. That's what they come to Gunnersville for, monsters like this. Let's put a whole new face on this tournament.
Here's Kelly Jordan once again, and look at him set up. He's got another one on, Charlie.
Fishing for bedding fish on a grass flat with aquatic vegetation, clear water there, lots of weeds. You'll be able to see the holes in the weeds. That's where the fish are making the beds, sight fishing, looking at them, jerking them out of there. In really clear water, good hook set by Kelly Jordan. He's throwing at fish he can see, down on the beds, pull them into the boat.
That's fish number 2 for KJ, and Kelly is now going to weigh the fish with his X-Tool device.
3 3/4.
Over now to the Kellogg's boat with Okeechobee co-angler champion Dwight Amling. And at the front of the boat, Alvin Shaw, who's also using clear water, but not the same way Kelly Jordan is.
These fish that I'm catching are bedding in here. I'm not actually seeing the fish. I'm in a big patch of milfoil, and I'm just pitching the holes.
Alvin is fishing way up in the North Fork of Guntersville Lake. He's had a great season, 3 top 10s in a row, matching the record Bobby Lane set earlier this year.
He had a 6th place finish on the Ouachita River at Monroe, Louisiana in March, and then followed that up with a 7th place finish at the Walmart Open, Beaver Lake.
Alvin has never won an FLW tournament. We will see if the 3rd time is a charm.
Beautiful clear water helps him spot those holes in the milfoil where the bedding fish are. He's made 8 consecutive Forest Wood championships. He got some work to do to make it again this year.
That's about as quality 2.5 there.
Great start, though, for the Kellogg's Pro.
Hey, I'm Alvin Shaw. Stick around, there's more FLW Outdoors to come.
Moving fast is the name of the game here on Wheeler Lake. Anglers have to cover a lot of ground here. Scott Suggs and his co-angler, Greg Fleming, have made the right move so far. Scott's already caught 1 today, but a couple of days ago, he bagged a monster limit.
Weighed 24 pounds, 7 ounces, put him in the lead. He slipped to 2nd on day 2.
If he keeps catching them like that, he'll be tough to beat.
Time, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, now Greg Fleming, his co-angler, has one on.
It's a toad.
Fleming fishes the BFL Cowboy division down in Texas. Been fishing that for 11 years. This is his 1st year on the FLW Tour as a co-angler.
What y'all got lying out?
Ranked 22nd on the BFL Cowboy division. Nice net job. Look at the size of that fish.
Oh.
Scott Suggs probably hoping he can get one of those as well. Here's BF Goodrich Pro Chad Grigsby fishing with co-angler Ralph Mullins. Chad looking to make his 2nd straight FLW Tour championship. He started off slow this morning, a couple of swings and misses, but then he got on a roll.
We got a couple in the boat real fast, fishing for spawning bass, side fishing out on the flat.
They're guarding their bed, so they don't want to eat, but if you make them mad enough, they'll eat it. So
that's not an easy thing for any angler to do, but somehow this character, Chad Grigsby, always makes it seem like a game.
check. You got to start the day out with a new visor. She says she has visors, but they're just not as good as mine. Oh yeah, there. It's hot in Alabama. Hey, dude, my pants are down. Come on. Oh, I'm ready. There he is. Little one.
Is Kelly Jordan the guy to beat?
No, he'll choke. He always does. Oh no, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
He didn't know.
What's you in the defeat?
I don't know, where's he at in the standings? Like 80th or something? He probably will win it. Did you get that? We need 3 more of those and I'll be playing tomorrow. You got a fish to win, buddy.
What up, big worm? Chad and I, we have a pretty good time together.
We work together. We pre-fish together. We travel all over together.
Grigsby's bedroom.
That's good to have and be able to trust somebody.
Only person I know that can't find a visor, so he cuts the top out of a hat. Whatever.
We just like to go out and have fun and fish and, you know, we'll get them next time. We'll be in the top 10 next time. We'll get them.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot better than punching a time clock. I like fishing FLW. What world was that? Did you see that? Get it going on. I mean, we're going out there catching bass and weighing them in, and they're paying some guy 100 grand, so we want to be a part of it. Oh, man, I'd be throwing hundreds out left and right. We go to Vegas. You want to go?
The answer is yes. He asked me, not you. I'm going to take him up on that.
I'm sure you would.
He's on one again. Here's Chad Grigsby going for fish number 3.
That's a little better, boys.
Great job. Chad made the top 10 at Okeechobee. He's back in the top 10 again. Keith, he's on a roll.
Yeah, he is on a roll, Charlie, and it's great to see him back in the top 10. He's one of the more colorful people on the FLW Tour. That fish will go into the live well, and we'll head back to the only pro on Wheeler Lake today, and that's Mike Hawks, but he is having a difficult time getting started. Charlie, as we talked about before, Mike Hawks has decided to go against the grain. He is staying here. He's going to fish on Wheeler Lake while all the other anglers have locked through to Guntersville, and right now it seems to be a mistake.
He's getting a lot more fishing time, but he's not catching the size fish that they're catching up in Guntersville. They're catching the monsters up there.
One angler who made the trip to Guntersville is rookie Michael Bennett, who's got T. Watkins on board as the co-angler. They are in the southernmost arm of Guntersville. It's about 10 miles from the dam.
Michael, a BFL All-American qualifier, qualified for the FLW Tour through the Western Division of the EverStart Series. His older brother, RJ, also fished in the FLW Tour this year, but Michael made the top 10 first.
Woo. Nice fish there for Michael Bennett as he gets his day started.
This rookie has got great form, tremendous technique. He's got what it takes to make it on the Walmart FLW Tour.
With all the veterans in the top 10 field, Michael Bennett may be the biggest long shot, but he is back in the game. That fish goes in the live well. Chad Grigsby, 3 in the live well. He's on the move again, trying to find the big ones on Walmart FLW Outdoor. One of 2 rookies in the top 10 field. This is Scott Suggs speeding across the glassy waters of Guntersville Lake. And the other rookie, Michael Bennett, on the hunt for fish number 2.
And he's got him hooked up here. Good, solid fish. Needs to get him in the boat.
He seems to have found a pattern that's working for him right now, Charlie.
He's fishing for spawning bass, just like the others on Guntersville. And he's got a quality fish in the boat here.
Thanks, bud. Oh.
He may be a rookie, but he's fishing like a veteran against a very tough top 10 field. Now over to Lendell Martin Jr. and his co-angler Mark Phillips, fishing out of the pedigree boat. Lendell has got one on here.
This is his first FLW top 10 appearance. He's a veteran bass angler, but only been fishing the FLW for 2 years.
Qualified through the EverStart Series, has been fishing that circuit since 2003.
There's grass on me, couldn't even move. I say, Will, I might ought to check him. He'll be close, ain't he?
He'll be a good keeper.
Scott Suggs led all the pros here after the first day of competition, but he's hoping it won't be the last time he makes a splash on the FLW Tour. Making his first top 10 appearance on the FLW Tour this year, from Bryant, Arkansas, let's hear it for Scott Suggs.
Get out there and get him. This is my first year. When I get out there, it's probably really not very fun to fish with me. I try not to be rude or anything, but I get quiet, I get in my own world. I try to, get in that zone. And you want to be the best you can at what you're doing. Please stay on. I love to play golf. And it's kind of like, I'm kind of like a rookie at it, like the FLW Tour. And I can see why a lot of fishermen love to play golf, because it's the competitive part of it, and it's a bad mind game. Man, I am sick of bugs. Constantly, something's got to be pestering you. Oh, my wife, she's driving in this afternoon. Kim ain't gonna be too proud if I don't hurry up and catch the fish. It's kind of like a family atmosphere out here, and if we didn't treat it that way, it'd be like, people going to work all the time. You hear saying how they hate their job. I just try to, I try to be the same and treat everybody equally.
A great guy, off to a great start. He's fished the BFL for 7 years, Charlie.
And qualified for the EverStart Series, did a great job there, qualified for the FLW Tour, and here he is in his first top 10.
And no bugs biting right now, just the fish. He's got a nice one on here. Greg Fleming looking to net it for him, and it's in the boat.
A good solid 2-pound fish, but not the quality fish he caught on day 1 when he brought in that huge 24-pound stringer.
Here's Toshinari Namiki fishing out of the Snickers boat with his co-angler Mark Hicks. Nice view from the crane cam there.
Fish?
And Mark's got one on from the back of the boat. Mark, an outdoor rider, taking his passion to the water.
Field and Stream magazine is the publication that he writes for, and boy, he'd like to write about this one, getting into the boat here.
He says being in the boat keeps him in tune, in touch with what he writes about. This is a monster. Wow.
Oh, man. Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it. Thank you. Look at this. Can you believe that's an 8-pound bass, isn't it, Tosh?
Yeah, I think so. Very good job, Mark. I was good netter for you.
Oh, well, I did it for you, so.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Pretty quick.
Toshi got him really quick.
There goes one long fish in the live well. There you go. Wow. Watch this. I'm gonna go. Yeah!
Took a nice leap of faith there. What a great start for Mark Hicks in the co-angler competition. Now over to Chad Grigsby, who's all business right now. Good hook set.
Get in the net. Yeah. Yes.
Chad is pumped. That's another quality fish to add to his total.
That's what I'm talking about right there. See, that's inside the mouth, son.
He was sight fishing. That's got to be hooked inside the mouth if you are sight fishing. Chad puts that in the live well. The day is heating up, and so is the competition. Much more fast-moving action ahead on Walmart FLW Outdoors. The southern sun is beating down on the competitors here in Alabama, but there is no time to rest. This tournament is in high gear. Chip Harrison and his co-angler, Kelly Greer, are trying to keep cool in the Lay's boat. Chip caught his first fish a few minutes ago. Along with Alvin Shaw, he may be one of the most persistent anglers on tour.
Been fishing the FLW Tour since 1996. Got a good keeper here.
This is first top 10.
There we go. That'll work.
The second keeper of the day.
Don't have to put that one down on that board.
That is definitely a keeper. We have seen some nice catches among the co-anglers this morning as well.
Greg Fleming fishing with 6 pounds earlier today, and then Mark Hicks fishing with Toshi got one over 8 pounds. A beautiful fish. The co-anglers are having a ball.
One co-angler who is near the front of the field this year is Australian Kim Bain. She's the girlfriend of Andre Moore, winner of this year's Walmart Open. But Kim is out to make a name for herself.
I'm from Brisbane, Australia. I first started coming out to America maybe 5 years ago. Before I came over, I was crying and I was so scared and nervous, and it was all just a big new world for me. And it's the best thing I ever did. I'm really glad that I got on that plane. I started competing with FLW last year, business as usual. There's one. I'm in third place in the points right now, so my goal for the tournament is not to fall down. When you catch big fish and you stand on stage, go, yeah, you know, I caught these big fish and I did the great thing today. I was standing at one of the weigh-ins and one of the fellows came up to me and said that I speak very good English, which I thought was pretty funny. Out on the water, it's game on, everyone's out there to do a job, but at the end of it, we're all friends, we like hanging out, and it's not just about the fishing. Man, woman, young, old, I don't think it makes a difference. If you make the right cast in the right spot to the right fish, it's gonna eat it, you're gonna catch it, and have a good time.
Kim hasn't made the finals in any event this year, but her consistency has paid off. T. Watkins and Derek Jones at the top are in the top 10 in this field. The top 48 go to the Forest Elwood Championship. And speaking of Derek Jones, he's on board with pro Kelly Jordan. And just a little while ago, Kelly pulled in a fish that's surely going to help him in the standings.
His third keeper for the day. Good solid fish, almost 4 pounds.
He did it yesterday, and he's doing it today. Charlie, how is he getting the big ones on his line?
Doing the same thing he's done all week long, flipping into that vegetation for spawning bass. He's using a baby lake pork creature bait, a small compact bait that slips easily through the grass, gets the attention of the bass, and agitates him enough that he'll bite it.
For Kelly Jordan, this tournament is his second to last chance to move himself up in the standings. He knows he has to fish his best, and right now he's doing it.
Thank you, partner. All right. Number 5. Oh, he ate that good, didn't he? Couldn't even see him. I picked up my line, was easing off. Deep beds like that'll fool you.
Charlie, I don't think it's a surprise to anybody right now that Kelly Jordan is just landing fish after fish. He won our first tournament at Okeechobee earlier this year. He's had experience in top 10 appearances before. No surprise here.
Not at all. He caught over 37 pounds the first 2 days of this event. He's on them again today, and they're quality fish.
Here's another familiar face to the top 10, Alvin Shaw. This is 3 in a row for him. He landed a 2-pound fish a few minutes ago, but he's got to do better than that to catch up to Kelly Jordan. He's got one on here.
3 top 10s in a row. That's amazing. He's made a total of 7 top 10s trying to get his first FLW Tour victory here.
And that is a better fish than the one he caught a few moments ago. Alvin Shaw is on the move. Could his first victory be within sight? And here goes Kelly Jordan trying to keep one step ahead of the competition.
Stick around with me, Kelly Jordan, as I go for my second FLW Tour event win of the season here in Wheeler, Alabama.
Welcome back to Walmart FLW Outdoors on Wheeler Lake in Decatur, Alabama. Here we have pro Greg Hackney and his co-angler Rick Turner. Greg is one of the most reliable anglers on tour, and he's already got a 5.5 pounder in the boat today, and he's got number 2 on.
Hooked up again.
I'm gonna need the net there, buddy.
Another good fish. He's not getting that many bites, but they are huge bites when he's getting them. He's going after quality, not quantity. Taking his time with this fish. Oh, nice fish.
All right.
Looks close to 5.
You know, when you're catching that kind, you know, I don't have to catch them. I catch that many.
He's exactly right. Catch 5 pounders, you don't need many.
You know, I got 2 fish now that weigh 10 pounds.
Nice effort by Greg Hackney out of the U.S. Bank boat. Now over to Scott Suggs, who has 2 fish on board, but they don't weigh anywhere near that much. But here's number 3.
There we go. That's a little better. This side's fine. I'm going to let him go the way he wants to go.
Taking his time with fish number 3. Got him in the net. Good job. Again, this fish very aggressive. Swallowed that bait. Swallowed it way down deep. He was hungry. Going to eat that thing.
Great angle from the cap cam. Seeing what those anglers are seeing. Kelly Jordan looking for some bedding fish while his co-angler Derek Jones is keeping busy. And that's how Derek has become one of the top co-anglers on tour.
I started fishing when I was in high school. A friend of mine just got me started fishing at ponds and whatnot. We always had a good time. It just kind of grew and grew. And I've been fishing the co-angler side with FLW since 1998. Just kind of become a habit, or I guess an addiction.
Can't reach that bed up there, can you? Up there on that shelf? Awesome.
I think when I started fishing in this sport, I kind of thought like some of it was luck and some of it was the draw, but really it's just like any other sport. You kind of got to stay mentally tough, and you know, the next bite can change your whole day. This is the second top 10. I just missed one at Toho. I finished 11th, so that kind of stung a little bit, but yeah, this is the second one for the year. Feels good. I mean, I'm fortunate, you know, just to take advantage of the opportunity. There's one left, and hopefully I can, you know, finish Angler of the Year. That's my goal.
That goal could be reached. He's awfully close in second place right now in the standings. This tournament could put him on top, and there he goes again. He's got one.
Come on, Big D, get him in here. Oh, yeah, that's a nice fish. Way to go, partner.
All right.
Thank you. Good job, bro.
Derek Jones with his second fish of the day.
I was trying to knock him off with the net as well, but I missed.
I wonder if Derek had done that earlier to Kelly. Here's rookie Michael Bennett. He got off to a slow start today, but then he started landing them.
Man had a case of top 10 first-time nerves, but then he settled down, got to work, started hooking up. His timing was better. His technique was better. He settled down and got some solid keepers into the boat.
Thanks, bud. See, I told you I was fishing the wrong bit.
And now he looks like an old pro, and this is fish number 5 that's on for Michael Bennett.
A limit in the boat makes you feel awfully good. If you can get him in the boat, taking his time. All right.
Sweet. Thanks, bud. Oh. That's 5, baby. That's gonna get a big one.
Now he can take some risks, take some chances. He has got his limit. Over to BF Goodrich Pro, Chad Grigsby, also with a 5-fish limit. He's taking some chances, and it's paying off.
Hooked into keeper number 6. Rips him into the boat.
Did you get that?
Yeah, we got it, Chad.
That's number 6. He'll call from here.
That'll help.
Replacing one of the smallest fish in the live well with that one. Only allowed to bring in 5 to the weigh-in. He'll continue to catch fish, continue to try to upgrade during the day to get his maximum weight.
Again, crystal clear water, and Grigsby, as you said, Charlie, just ripped that thing into the boat, and he will now cull Grigsby in contention. Alvin Shaw now looking for his next catch in his first FLW win. You see what he's doing there? He's got glasses that are polarized. It enables him to see much better into that clear water. And just a few moments ago, it helped him with his 6th fish.
Keeper number 6 coming into the boat. He'll call back down to his 5-fish limit, using a balance beam to determine which one's larger. That one he'll keep. Throw away the smaller one. All week long, he's been using a Zoom Ream Pumpkin brush hog. A great compact bait that works really good in aquatic vegetation. He's flipping that into holes in the milfoil, and that's where he's finding quality-sized spawning bass.
And through the cap cam, you can see beautiful hook set again for Alvin Shaw. Here is an angler who has done everything on the FLW Tour except win.
He went airborne, didn't he?
And now his 7th keeper into the boat. He'll have to call once again.
Doug was right. But I don't know if he's going to help me any. He might help me a little bit.
Could possibly help, maybe bump one of his smaller fish. Here's a view from Alvin's perspective, watching that fish heading toward the boat. A very exciting time for him.
Yeah, it is an exciting time for him, and this is a problem that every angler would like to have. Culling, which means that he's caught more than 5 fish. He's got to decide which one to keep and which one to send back into the water. The anglers are going full speed ahead, but the clock is running down. Come on back with us on Walmart FLW Outdoors. This is Northern Alabama, site of an incredible competition today. Some big catches and big-time money on the line. It's been a long day for Mike Hawks, the only pro who stayed and fished on Wheeler Lake today. 7-Up pro JT Kenny, the leader in the Angler of the Year race, has some ideas for Mike in today's Fishing 101, presented by Field & Stream.
If you were like Mike Hawks and decided to stay on Lake Wheeler, one of the best ways you could catch a nice bag of fish would be to flip. And I know flipping, so I'll show you how to flip shallow water cover. One of the main things you have to do is try to get your bait as far back into the cover as you can. Maybe start a little bit on the outside edge of it. If he's not on the outside, you want to go a little bit further back in the cover. Another key to flipping is you want to have a very soft presentation when you lay your bait in the water. Just make as small a little splash as you can. That way you don't spook the fish, because when you're flipping, you're really close to the fish. And make multiple presentations to the piece of cover that you're doing, because when you're flipping, the fish could be just about anywhere in that bush. As soon as your bait goes in the water, the fish will grab it, and you want to be ready to react with a quick, sharp hook set to get that fish coming out of the cover. I hope these tips help you out the next time you go fishing. That's why they call me the Flippin' King.
Thank you, Flippin' King. All right, Kelly Jordan doesn't need any tips today. He's landed 6 good-sized bass so far, but he's not done yet. He is back in the form he showed at Okeechobee.
Got number 7 on the line here into the boat, and he is really comfortable with that flipping stick in his hand, flipping those spawning bass in that aquatic vegetation. Milfoil, his greatest way of fishing.
He's only allowed to keep 5 bass, and he can afford to be picky because about a half an hour ago, he landed this one.
Every fish he catches seems to be up and over 3 pounds, the kind of fish that will keep him definitely in the lead again today.
I got 17 something now. Well, I went from 16.8, right? Is that what I said I had? 17.2, so a little more than half pound.
Picked up an additional 10 ounces there, keeps culling up. He could definitely be the leader again today.
Stay.
Sit, heel, roll over. Several happy faces out there this afternoon, including this one, 21-year-old rookie Michael Bennett. What a show he's putting on as a rookie here. This is his 6th fish.
He sure doesn't look like a rookie out here. He looks like a veteran out there, because he is as cool as they get out there in his first top 10. But all the cameras, all the attention, nothing seems to faze him. He's honed in, and he's really producing some good fish today.
Yeah, you hit it right on the nose. Cool customer for sure. One angler who's playing catch-up right now is Toshinari Namiki. Only 2 bass on board so far, but here goes Toshi.
And they're around some quality fish. Remember, Toshi had one over 6 earlier. Mark Hicks, his co-angler partner, got one over 8. Looks like he got a good solid fish here again. Around some really big fish, taking his time to make sure he doesn't lose this fish.
We've seen Namiki land some big fish so far this season, and here he goes again. Nice one.
Over 4 pounds. That makes him happy. That'll catch you up.
Good catch, but time is running down. Michael Bennett isn't taking any chances. He's headed in. So is Kelly Jordan. 2 anglers with great days. But if they don't make it back in time, it could go to waste. We'll come back on Walmart FLW Outdoors. They're through the lock, but only about halfway home. The sprint to the weigh-in is about to begin, Charlie.
And this is also the home stretch of the season. Only one more event left after this on the Potomac River in Washington, D.C. Anglers are aware they've got very few chances left to make their mark on the season and get an invitation to the Forest Elwood Championship in Hot Springs, Arkansas.
The winner of that event will win $500,000. The winner of this event, $100,000. And here's Kelly Jordan, who's had a great day in search of his second victory of the season. And while 9 boats run to the finish, 1 is staying put. Mike Hawks gets to enjoy extra time he gained by staying on Wheeler Lake.
Wait till tomorrow, when there's not enough time for those guys to go to Guntersville. And it won't be those guys that get out there on my spot. I mean, 1 or 2 of them might wander out there on that little particular deal, but it'll be the locals tomorrow. It's Saturday.
Caught some nice fish. I mean, my biggest one is not even a 4-pounder. My smallest one is a 3-pounder. And they're all real nice fish. F17-2 according to my X-Tools little scale.
Missed 1 bite that I hope doesn't come back to haunt me, but
you got 3 really nice fish.
Yeah,
3 nice.
It was a good day. I learned a lot too, so that's the objective.
And we got to see what the other guys have done, and then that'll tell us what we need to do tomorrow. It's going to be a short day tomorrow, so I think, you know, the lock is going to play a big factor. That's one reason I went to the back of this little deal here to see if I could get 1 bite back there this afternoon. I may have just, you know, pulled one out of my hat and went back in there tomorrow, but it's hard to tell.
It's all about strategy now. The anglers are going to head through Decatur to Walmart to see who comes out ahead today. But the big winner could be you. Log on to FLWOutdoors.com for the $1 million FLW Fantasy Fishing Challenge presented by Chevy. Pick the top 5 anglers in the next event in the order they finish, and you could win $1 million. It's free to enter, so log on now. Superstitious? So are the pros in this edition of Ask the Angler.
My biggest superstition is
my hat.
If I go 2 or 3 tournaments wearing a certain hat and I don't catch them, the hat's retired.
I always get in the boat from the right side.
When I go to a fish fry, I make sure that it's not fried bass.
Never, ever cut your fingernails right before the tournament.
I never shave my legs on tournament week.
Ooh, I don't think I can go a week without shaving my legs.
I got enough excuses without using superstition.
Never catch a fish on the first cast.
Because every time I've caught a bass the first cast, I've never caught any other fish during the day.
You're done.
If I told you it would jinx it.
I gotta have my favorite pair of pliers with me every day or I just lost.
My biggest superstition is bananas. No bananas in the boat.
Stay away from the banana.
I don't change my clothes.
My biggest superstition is Keith Leibowitz. If he picks you to win the tournament, you're done.
So I just wear 1 sock at a time.
If I spill over salt, I leave it lay. If I break a mirror, I buy a new one.
Bananas in a boat, a superstition? Are you kidding me? I drive the banana boat.
Don't give me the banana.
In order to catch fish, you must wear red underwear.
I don't have any superstitions about red thongs.
The next tournament,
Yeah.
I'm not going to wear any underwear.
Being superstitious over bananas is kind of crazy. It's a good source of potassium.
I am not superstitious. I love catching one on my first cast, and I love having bananas in the boat.
Jason Kilpatrick, I'm picking you in the next event. We're looking down on the weigh-in tent outside the Walmart here in Decatur, Alabama. This is fishing country, and the tent is absolutely packed with fans. And while the crowd is excited, the anglers are nervous. Rookie Michael Bennett is first up.
And he has a 5 bass limit again today, 3 days in a row with a 5 bass limit, 5 fish here. The weight, 15 pounds, 3 ounces. Pretty good start.
I'll say, Greg Hackney brings only 4 to the scale. He doesn't take the lead, but he's still in the hunt. Chad Grigsby did bag a limit and has a shot at the title. Toshinari Namiki has only 3 to weigh in, but 1 is a 6-pound monster. And Alvin Shaw's 13-pound limit keeps him comfortably in contention. But it's Kelly Jordan who takes the day's lead. The Okeechobee champion weighs in a limit of big bass that puts him in the lead with 17 pounds, 11 ounces.
I had a great day. What can I say? Everything went right. You know, the moves I made were the right ones, and I was able to catch some fish, and I culled several times, and I found some stuff for tomorrow that might hold on. I'm really excited.
Here's how the leaderboard shakes up. 4 anglers within a pound of each other. And for Toshinari Namiki and Greg Hackney, it could mean winning or losing the Angler of the Year title. On the co-angler side, Derek Jones brings 3 fish to the scales, weighing 10 pounds, 3 ounces, moving him to the top of the co-angler of the year standings. But then Mark Hicks puts 4 fish on the scale, including this 8-pound, 11-ounce hog.
We got 3 in here that weigh 10 pounds, 3 ounces. We need another 5 pounds to win. 5 more pounds to win. He doesn't have any more. 3-weight victory. Mark Hicks, the indirect champion. Great job, Mark.
Mark Hicks goes from rider to winner and has $20,000 to show for it. I can't wait to read about this one. As for the pros, it's only half over. Walmart FLW Outdoors continues. It's been an incredible tournament for outdoor rider Mark Hicks. He put down his pen, picked up a rod, and won the $20,000 co-angler title.
One reason I came out was I just needed to get back in touch. You know, I've been interviewing these guys. 90% of the writing I do is about bass fishermen, bass pros, their techniques. And I know the game well because I did it for so long. But I didn't want to lose touch. And coming out here was just a good experience. It's going to be good for my writing. It's going to kind of bring me up to speed a little bit. And it sure was fun. I mean, golly, and, you know, lucrative. You know, what can I say? Just amazing.
Here's how the rest of the co-angler field finished up. Derek Jones in second place wins $10,000. And as we mentioned, he is the leader in the co-angler of the year standings with 1 event to go. Time now for the Snickers Big Bass Award. And it goes to Culling pro Ray Shy.
6 pounds, 7 ounces.
He put this 8-pound, 10-ounce lunker on the scale and won nearly $2,000 plus priceless bragging rights. What a day it has been. From 200 pros that began here, 10 are in it to the end. Alvin Shaw, 10 years on tour, 3 top 10s in a row. Could a win finally be in the cards?
I'm really going after it. I mean, I'm not holding back anything. Trying to stay focused and just try to beat the fish out there in it.
Chad Grigsby took a little while to find his footing today. He's got to hang on to that momentum. But this sport is played in the great outdoors, and there are no guarantees.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about right there. If the wind blows, I'll have to change up. And, you know, you get on the right stretch around Gunnersville, you can catch 30 pounds in an hour.
And how about the rookie, Michael Bennett? He's in second place, but he cannot get too excited. Distractions can be disastrous. This will be a lesson in focus.
Oh, it'd be awesome. Definitely solidify my career. There's a lot of great things that could come from it.
Then there's Kelly Jordan. 1 win already this season, 2 would be a triumph. And if he doesn't do well, he may not make it to the Forest Elwood Championship. But Jordan has brought more weight to the scales than any other angler remaining in the field.
Swinging for the fence, I'm gonna hit all my best stuff, try to get on a roll, try to go catch some big ones, and you know, you're gonna have to make it happen for sure.
This is the kind of competition anglers live for. 10 of the best. 1 will win $100,000. Tune in next time for the conclusion of the Walmart FLW tournament here on Wheeler Lake in Decatur, Alabama. Last events of the season. One of the last chances to be a champion. From 200 who started, only 10 remain. The opportunity of a lifetime, but there are no second chances. And no time to rest. The action is wild, the environment a challenge. Make a mistake and your game may be over. Make the right moves and you could win $100,000.
That's what I'm talking about. Who's your daddy? Damn, look at that bad boy. Oh, yeah.
Holy cow. There he is, folks, your champion. $500,000, Richard.
The temperatures have been scorching all week long, and the waters that flow through the Appalachians have been producing big bass. It's the 5th stop on the Walmart FLW Tour. From Decatur, Alabama, this event presented by Pedigree. Hello, everyone. I'm Keith Leibowitz, along with Charlie Evans. Final day of competition here on Wheeler Lake. We've got a fantastic shootout set up for you, and a guy widely considered as the best angler in the world by many is Kelly Jordan. He's sitting on top of the heap.
He's already won one time already this year, going for his second win. Brought in a nice limit yesterday, averaging over 3 pounds each.
But he's got a list of names of who's who right on his tail, including Alvin Shaw, who's making his 3rd consecutive top 10 appearance. That is an FLW record. Chad Grigsby, this is his 2nd top 10 appearance for him as well this year. And Toshinari Namiki, this is his 3rd top 10 appearance this year. He has already won at the Washita River. And of course, Greg Hackney, again, he is also widely considered one of the best anglers in the world. The Hack Attack, his first top 10 this year.
But it's a 21-year-old sitting in 2nd place in his rookie season from the West Coast. Rookie sensation Michael Bennett. He's brought in a limit each day of the event.
The sunrise this morning over the Riverwalk Marina in Decatur, Alabama. 10 anglers ready for one last day of competition. A friendly but intense group. Here's our leader, Kelly Jordan, and fellow competitor Greg Hackney. They're managing to keep it pretty loose before takeoff.
You're always in the hunt here. You know, I figured as long as I stayed within, actually, if I stayed within 8 pounds of the lead, I'd have a chance. Because the guy leading is going to be under more pressure. I know he's won before, but I promise you, he's going to be under some pressure. Because we're going to have the shortest day today that we've had all week. So, you know, man, down the line, I don't really have any pressure on me. I'm just going up there to have fun, just like I've been doing. So sometimes that works out for the best.
It's hard to phase that guy. I'd say I'm fairly hard to phase too, but I know he is.
And rookie Michael Bennett doesn't look phased at all. He looks like he's having the time of his life.
Kid's a good dude. He's 21. He just turned 21. I'm like, man, I wish I was a pro fisherman when I was 21. I was still trying to figure out how to be a pro fisherman. He's doing it. It's awesome. He's doing well. It's fun to watch.
A couple other guys fun to watch. 3rd place Chad Grigsby and 4th place Alvin Shaw chatting it up before going fishing.
Hey,
you guys ready to shoot it out?
We're ready to shoot it down. We're going to get them excited. Ready to get going. It'll be a great day. Wind's supposed to blow though today, so it's going to change up a few things for somebody.
The wind could change everything. Toshinari Namiki is in 5th place. He had some big catches yesterday, but not enough. Toshi seeking his 2nd victory of the season. But there's no way to predict what will happen except that one angler is going to win $100,000. Here's how the leaderboard shapes up this morning. Kelly Jordan is on top, but then it's very tightly bunched behind him. 6 guys within 5 pounds of the lead. At 6:30, the anglers back away from the dock and the competition is underway.
Big bag, thanks a lot.
For most, it will be about an hour before they get a line in the water. They're going upriver, through a lock, and into Gunnersville. And here's our leader, Kelly Jordan.
He's headed back to Gunnersville once again. He's dominated the competition up there over the last 3 days. Got a 2.5-pound lead, but today's a short day. He's taking a chance.
Guy that's not taking a chance is Mike Hawks. He decided again, like yesterday, to fish for an extra 2 or 3 hours. He's going to stay on Wheeler Lake. Now, yesterday, it proved to be a mistake.
Could have been a great strategy, all that extra fishing time, but did not pay off. Maybe it will today.
And Mike's so far behind in 10th place right now, he's got to have the extra fishing time.
Jig is a really good choice. Yesterday, I had one on just for a second here and it came off. I don't know how big it was, but I've caught a couple of good fish right here.
This time, Mike Hawks is not the only one on Wheeler, though. Chip Harrison is also staying put.
Man, does it look pretty out here to catch fish today. A really nice deal to catch one right now, have that thing come up and jump right there with that sun like that. We just need one of them to cooperate.
Hopefully things will work out for Chip. Meanwhile, he gets to enjoy the view while the rest of the field is making the long run to Gunnersville in hopes of bigger sacks. Alabama is one of the Gulf Coast states in the heart of the South. Up along the northern border with Tennessee is where you'll find Wheeler Lake. It's about a 45-minute trip from Decatur to the dam. That marks the beginning of Gunnersville, and that's where the anglers have to lock through. And Kellogg's pro Alvin Shaw is getting a line in while he waits for the lock to open.
He had a good day yesterday catching spawning bass, caught 7 keepers. He's got his sights set on Kelly Jordan.
Solid 3. I'm not going to go back up there and try to hammer out another little limit. I'm going to try to catch him. I figure 15 pound I'll be pushing on him pretty good. He's going to have another phenomenal day.
Rookie Michael Bennett is also keeping busy while he waits for the lock to open. He, too, had a very nice day 3.
Fished himself into second place yesterday with a good solid limit. Turned 21 just exactly a week ago. He's starting to act, though, like a seasoned veteran.
I think Michael Bennett surprised everyone with his limit yesterday. Now stands in second place.
That's fine.
Could win an FLW Tour event.
Honestly, it's kind of depends on the weather. If it starts getting windy and cloudy, I'm gonna have to adjust a little bit. Sweet.
That horn means the lock is opening up. Now the anglers have another ride, upward about 40 feet.
They've practiced on Wheeler, they've practiced on Guntersville, they've had 3 days of tournament competition. These anglers know to catch the big fish, they've got to get to Guntersville and take that chance.
Even with a short day, it's all about time today. These anglers will have about 4 hours to fish here on Guntersville. The action is just getting started here on Walmart FLW Outdoors. Come on back with us for more. Toshinari Namiki's working Guntersville. It looks a bit windy there. It was much calmer yesterday when he landed a big one.
Toshi had a good day, hooked up a good solid fish. This fish weighed in over 6 pounds. That put him in 5th place for the tournament, 12 pounds, 14 ounces, just less than 5 pounds out of the lead.
He also helped his co-angler win the co-angler title. That was Mark Hicks. And now Toshi, on the final day of competition, has another fish on.
Got to net this one by itself. No co-angler to net it. Good keeper here. Get him up closer to the lead. He's currently 9th in the Angler of the Year standings. Will certainly be in the top 48 to head to Hot Springs for the Forrest Wood Championship. Yeah, got to be 15 inches long. It's a keeper.
Here's Chip Harrison starting the day more than 10 pounds out of the lead. And Chip, again on Wheeler Lake, has his first in the boat.
I'll just do that. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. On the board, on the board. Right there. Nice one.
Now over to Greg Hackney, the #2 ranked angler last season and 8th in this year's Angler of the Year race. Greg had a very nice day 3, but it would have been even better had he got a 5th fish in the boat.
Caught 2 quality fish over 5 pounds, did not have a limit. He's in 6th place, less than 5 pounds out of the lead.
Having Greg in the top 10 has got to have the other anglers a little bit worried. Widely considered the best angler in the world. Please give a welcome to Dallas, Louisiana. This is Greg Hackney.
Well, I'm from the small town of Star City, Arkansas. That's where I'm originally from. Really a lot slower than most of the areas that we go to. I've been fishing all my life, but I work for my father. He's in the logging business, and I worked for him before I started doing this full-time. Both really hard. I'd have had a really good day yesterday. I only had 5 opportunities, but I only caught 4 of them. And that's the only thing I'm disappointed about. Not that I'm not leading it. It's just that I just hate to let one get off, you know what I mean? My cameraman and your cameraman are partners. Okay. They like each other. That's how I found out yesterday. We just kept tabs on what everybody was doing. You know, I was fishing before I can remember. Like during the summertime, I'd fish with my grandparents all week, and then when my daddy was off on the weekend, I'd fish with him on weekends. So even as a kid, I fished 7 days a week, so there's not really any difference now. You know, now I do it for a living, and then I've done it for fun, and it's still fun now. Take it easy on today, Smelly. I'm pretty confident. You know, confidence is something that builds with time, and I feel like I paid my dues, and I think now's the time.
Greg's favorite movie is Jaws. We like to call him the Predator because he is always on him out there. And here he goes again.
Certainly has paid his dues, fishing 7 years in the BFL, 4 years in the Everstart, been to the All-American in 1999, BFL All-American, and he's back at work here. Good, solid fish into the boat. Great way to start.
Again, we talk about consistency all the time. This is Greg's first top 10 of the year, but he's right near the top of the standings in the Angler of the Year race.
We always think of him as having a flipping stick in his hand, and is equally dangerous with that spinning rod.
Greg Hackney is throwing down the gauntlet. He gets his first fish into the live well. Kellogg's pro Alvin Shaw is also making a change today. Charlie, what is he going to?
With the wind up today, he's gone to a willow leaf spinnerbait. A bait that'll cover a lot of water fast and catch some really aggressive fish. Using white with gold blades. Great imitation of shad on Guntersville.
He was using the Zoom brush hog yesterday. Now with the spinnerbait in open water, and it seems to be working.
He's got one hooked up. Oh, good. Great strategy, picking up that spinnerbait, catch aggressive fish right off the bat early in the day. Get him in the boat. Nice and easy. There he goes. All right, great job, Alvin.
That's worth stopping for. Hey, I'm Alvin Shaw. Stick around, there's more FLW Outdoors to come.
Welcome back to Walmart FLW Outdoors on Lake Wheeler in Decatur, Alabama. BF Goodrich Pro Chad Grigsby is making his first top 10 appearance since the Lake Okeechobee event at the start of the season. This is his 4th year on tour and his best so far.
He kept himself right in the middle of the action yesterday, finishing in 3rd place. Yes. He's in the thick of it.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Chad is currently 20th in the Angler of the Year standings. He's having a great tournament. A few moments ago, he caught a fish, but it was too short. There is a limit here in Alabama.
15-inch minimum size limit on both Wheeler and Guntersville. Had one non-keeper already. This one comes in the boat. I don't think it's 15 inches either. But he's in an area that's held some quality fish. He's caught them over the last 3 days. He's got to keep moving around and finding those on the bed.
Here now is Greg Hackney showing once again why he is an Angler of the Year contender. Greg is on his 2nd fish of the day.
There's another quality bass. Greg has done everything in his career except win an FLW Tour event. But if he can get 5 like this in the boat today, he could pull off a win here today.
I'm gonna get him up here or not. Thank you. You talking about smoked it? Smoked it.
Rookie Michael Bennett finished 2nd yesterday by fishing the South Fork of Guntersville, and he's right back there again today.
The spot that pulled him up into 2nd place yesterday got him in position for his first FLW Tour win in his rookie season, and he is on them. Got a quality fish hooked up here. Into the boats.
Finally.
That's the first fish for Michael Bennett today as he gets on the board trying for $100,000.
I'm a little worried there.
Nothing to worry about, Michael. Keep going.
He's going to get a big check either way. Kelly Jordan has been out of the top 10 since his win on the Big O in January. The monsters he landed there are today's Fuji Fine Picks Photo Flashback.
Yes! Woo! That's a monster.
And Okeechobee started the 4th day over 10 pounds behind, but brought in a huge 23-pound stringer to run away with this event.
How about that one?
And KJ has been pulling in some big ones here, too. Kelly Jordan has had 3 good tournaments and 2 not-so-good tournaments. He'll need to perform well at the season-ending event to make it to our championship.
Been around quality fish all week long. Here's another good fish here. Into the lead coming in today. This one here in the net.
Yes.
Beautiful fish, over 5 pounds. That'll keep him right there where he needs to be.
I knew it was a pretty good one. I've been saving this one since practice. Got it right there at the top lip.
Spawning fish he had found in practice, pulls back on it, saving it for the final day. Knows where the fish is at, makes the great presentation, good execution, gets him in the boat. One more like that, he's got this one in the bag.
Kelly Jordan began the day 2.5 pounds ahead of his closest competition, and he's got a good fish on board this morning. This tournament is now his to win or lose. That monster goes in the live well. A great start for Kelly Jordan. But of course, there are other anglers out here who want it just as badly, like Kellogg's pro, Alvin Shaw. 10 years on the tour, 3 top 10s in a row, yet no wins. 3rd consecutive top 10. It's Kellogg's pro, Alvin Shaw.
That's what you're shooting for is top 10. Top 10 is good.
32 pounds, 3 ounces, moves him up into 3rd place. Pro side. He's in the top 10 3 times in a row, Alvin Shaw.
I'm going for 4, no doubt. The more top 10s I make, I'll know everybody's name by the time it's over. Something just sort of woke me up and I've figured things out, seems like, and I'm sort of on a roll now. It'd just be a long sought-after dream, really, from the time I started. I guess it's been 10 years now to win one of these things. I need one of them boom boxes like that on my boat while I'm fishing. I'd get all the fish looking. Bad to the bone, I keep telling you. I'm just going out to fish, do the best I can, and if it's meant to be, it'll be. It'll be a great day.
good Toshi get 5 yesterday.
Oh, he's a good sport. You can feel how badly he wants that first place trophy, not to mention the $100,000, and you can see out on the water he's doing everything he can to get it.
Wow. This will be keeper number 2. Already had the bonus bass in the boat on the spinnerbait. Now going back to the brush hog, back to what's working for him, and putting keeper number 2 in the boat. Only 4.5 pounds behind the leader. He's closing in fast.
That well ain't working.
Here's a side of pro fishing you don't see too often, but you need to be aware of. Greg Hackney getting his license checked. All the competitors must have the proper license for the state that they're fishing in. We've seen some good catches, but they're just the tip of the iceberg. Come on back with us for more. While the boats are still several hours away from checking back into the Riverwalk Marina, the anglers are battling it out on the water. Pedigree pro Greg Pugh grew up in this area where fishing is a way of life. So we asked him to show us around.
This is part of the Tennessee River here in the great city of Decatur, Alabama. It's a neat little city, great fishery, and even on up into Gunnersville. Catch a lot of big fish on this river. One of the main things that runs here on the Tennessee River is the barges. That's a new bridge here in Decatur, Steamboat Bill Memorial Bridge. This is where the old trolley used to run.
Why are you standing in the barber shop and not out on the river?
I thought you were supposed to be closer to the top here on Lake Gunnersville. You can see the boats sitting around out here. See you guys. Most of the area around the lake is some type of a park. We're here at Waterfront Grocery here at Lake Gunnersville. This is probably the best tackle store around in this part of the country.
Whether it's just some fishing information, you need a guide trip, or you just need a place to hang out and talk fishing, we can handle it all.
Ooh. That's kind of the way I feel like sometimes in the morning. You go for the big ones, you got to use a big bait. That is a Gunnersville catfish. When you find that perfect woman, and you marry her, I found that perfect woman, she's my rock. It ain't got nothing to do with Auburn. It's all about the Crimson Tide. Roll Tide.
We do have a framed picture of the great Greg Pugh.
You wouldn't be Greg Pugh, would you?
Greg is really a great angler, but he has a really small fan club.
This is a privilege, buddy.
How about that? How y'all doing? I got one card.
Oh, I'd love one.
There you go.
Oh, man, thank you.
There you go. All right, what y'all been out doing? Riding skis?
Yeah, we're about to go see if we can't make some fishermen mad.
Get hooked on fishing.
We don't do phonics, we do fishing.
So y'all have fun out there on them jet skis. Hope y'all enjoyed your tour here in Decatur and Lake Gunnersville. We're going to the Potomac.
Thanks a lot, Greg Pugh. Toshinari Namiki already a winner this season on the Washita River in Monroe, Louisiana. He's only the second Japanese angler to win an FLW event. The other was Takahiro Omori, and Toshinari has fish number 2 on here.
He's also in the running to be the second Japanese angler to win Angler of the Year after Shinfu Kai did it last year. He started the day nearly 5 pounds behind our leader. He needs fish like that to catch up in a hurry. With 3 top 10s, we'll be seeing him at the Forest Wood Championship in Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Yeah, good timing.
Very good timing for Toshinari Namiki. That'll move him up in the standings. We're going to head over to Alvin Shaw, who is sticking with Old Reliable.
Green Pumpkin Zoom Brush Hog, the same bait he's used to catch all of his keepers in this tournament, except for the one caught on the spinner bait. It's a short, compact bait that fits real good down the milfoil where he's fishing for those spawning bass.
And there's Alvin Shaw dialing up another one. This is fish number 3.
If it'll keep, it's got to be at least 15 inches long. This one keeps. That'll make number 3 in the boat in a hurry and put Alvin in great shape.
That's going to be close.
No doubt about it, Alvin. This fish is going to go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Number 3.
You told him. All right, the Kellogg's Pro has another one to throw into the live well there, and we're going to head over to Michael Bennett. He barely made it into the top 10, but proved he belonged here by finishing 2nd yesterday, and this is number 2 for him today.
Get on a good solid pattern with spawning bass around the bank, holes in the milfoil, using the spinning rod and reel to his advantage, and puts him into the net.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Haha.
Spawning bass are easy to catch when you can see them, but when it's windy like it is today, it's tougher to spot them on the beds. You just got to work the areas where you think they're spawning.
And this will not only be a test for rookie Michael Bennett's skills, but for all of the anglers' skills. The one that adapts the best will walk away with the top prize. Here's Greg Hackney now, and he's obviously found a pocket that's protected from the wind.
deal. That enabled him to spot this fish on the bed, make a good presentation to it, and he's got it hooked up. Taking his time, getting in the right position before he slips the net under it, into the boat. Great job, Greg.
Another nice catch for Greg Hackney.
Sight fishing, caught in the mouth. He swallowed the hook.
This day is only about half over, and anything can happen. We'll be back with more after this. The wind is picking up. It could be a rough afternoon for these anglers in more ways than one. Mike Hawks is staying on Wheeler Lake, but he has no catches, and his bet seems to be backfiring.
I don't think the bass have read the textbooks that say when the wind blows and it's cloudy, they're supposed to hit reaction type baits. I wish somebody would explain that to them.
Probably the first 3 days of competition on Wheeler and Guntersville, we've seen calm weather, blue skies, no wind. Totally different story on day 4.
Absolutely. We got wind moving in, cloud cover moving in. That's going to change conditions. Sight fishermen will have an even tougher time trying to see the fish. They may have to make adjustments today.
Back over to Mike Hawks now, still looking for his first catch, and he's got one, but he almost fell out of the boat.
But he does have his first fish of the day hooked up.
Nice keeper. Better get the net for this one.
Got one headed toward the boat. Oh, good fish.
I think it's pretty safe to say at this point that Mike is not going to win this tournament, but his objective right now has got to be moving up in the standings. The higher he moves up in the standings, the more money he makes.
Well, we'll take that one. That's the size I've been needing.
That was the bite he was looking for, or maybe not. Kind of off balance there when it got on. But a good, solid 4-pound fish. That'll hip his attitude.
Rattle trap in the grass. Fish read the book. About time.
On the water, things don't always go by the book. And that's what makes young Michael Bennett's top 10 here so impressive. Making his first top 10 appearance, we call him the youngster from Roseville, California, Michael Bennett.
Okay, Michael, you're going day to glory, son. Let's go.
My birthday 5 days ago. I turned 21, so that was kind of fun. I found her. Yay. There it is.
He's 21. He just turned 21. I'm like, man, I wish I was a pro fisherman when I was 21. I was still trying to figure out how to be a pro fisherman. Kelly.
When I was about 8, I ended up moving to Northern California, and we ended up happening to move on a lake that was full of bass, and me and my brother would fish every day for pretty much 2 or 3 years, and learned quite a bit, and talked our dad into buying just an aluminum bass boat. And on the internet shows it says like the creek I'm fishing. I'm like,
does it show mine?
I don't think so. So I ended up being the youngest to ever qualify for the BFL All-American. So trying to set some records out there. There he is. School's not exactly my favorite thing, but I do all right at it. So I've taken at least this semester off. Don't know if I'll go back. It's kind of difficult industry to make it in, so I'm working at it. And some days you find them, some days you don't, so you never know what's going to happen out there.
He is confident, he is capable. This really could be the beginning of a fantastic career. Michael Bennett now on another fish. This guy could win this tournament here.
He's certainly holding his own.
Kicking my butt.
It is a strong fish. I got a feeling Michael's going to come out on top, and yes, he does. Slides him into the net. Yes. Another keeper into the boat for Michael Bennett. Michael qualified for the BFL All-American in 2003. He didn't make it back this year, but will be there in Paducah, Kentucky, bringing you all the action.
Whee!
There you see the kid still in Michael Bennett. Now we go over to Scott Suggs, also an FLW rookie and a long-time BFL competitor, and this is his first fish of the final day.
Had a great day on day 1, caught a huge stringer fish, led the tournament on day 1, and kind of downhill since then. Yesterday was tough for him, but he's got a good solid keeper hooked up here.
You can see from the swelling of his cheeks how hard he was working to get this fish in. People don't realize that even though these fish aren't that big, they are strong.
This one just a little over 2 pounds. He needs a lot of quality fish to catch up with their leader, Kelly Jordan. He started the day 11 pounds behind him.
Now back over to our Kellogg's pro. This is Alvin Shaw. You can see the wind picking up around him just a little bit there. Now Alvin is on fish number 4.
Pitching that Zoom brush hog into the holes in the milfoil.
Yes, sir.
Jerking out keepers. This one a good solid one. This one will help.
They get me back in the game there. Got 5 of them. That'd be good 15 pounds.
Again, Alvin Shaw searching for his first ever FLW Tour win. Now over to Kelly Jordan. The water's choppy behind him. He's having a tough day.
He's followed behind Michael Bennett. The wind has made it tough to see the fish on the beds. He's going to have to adapt and fast.
Stick around for me, Scott Suggs, fishing for $100,000 on Lake Wheeler.
As we've seen here at Wheeler Lake, springtime can bring unpredictable conditions. Scott Martin shows us a technique tailor-made for the season in this edition of Fishing 101, presented by Lay's.
One of the best ways to catch fish in the springtime is with a tube. I'm going to show you a technique today. It's called stroking the tube. It's a neat way to catch fish with a reaction strike. What I'll do is I'll make a long cast with my tube. I'll preferably rig this thing with a 1/4 to a 3/16 ounce weight so it glides. Let the bait sink all the way to the bottom, especially when I'm in grass. I'll rip it up off the bottom, 1, 2, 3. What that does is allows that tube to dart off the bottom like a scurrying crawfish. That really draws a strike. 1, 2, 3. That's basically what you do, and watch your line because these fish will pick it up. With this tip, it's going to help you catch a lot more fish, especially when the fish are a little tough to catch.
Thank you, Scott. Now back over to Kelly Jordan.
Oh, yeah. Come on, baby, big keeper. Another small one. And I've been catching these all day fishing.
Kelly's out on a big, wide open flat. The wind's really affecting it. He can't see the fish on the bed, so he's just blindly casting out there and catching non-keepers.
Back over to Kellogg's pro Alvin Shaw now. He has got 4 fish in the boat, looking for a limit to bring to the weigh-in.
Alvin fishing in a more protected area. He can still see the holes in the grass. That's where he's putting his brush hog and getting bit. That type of consistency is what's gotten Alvin to 8 out of 9 Forest Elwood championships and 3 top 10s in a row.
You know, it can't be overstated how intense Alvin Shaw is out there on the water today. He wanted that limit fish. He got it. He wants that first FLW Tour win.
We need a big bite. There's no reason, but they can't be a big one right here. With these damn fresh butts, a fresh buck right there. There's got to be some fresh females.
Of course, the females are the larger fish. Here now is BF Goodrich pro Chad Grigsby, and Chad has not necessarily had problem catching fish today. It's just the size of the fish that have been the problem.
Again, with the wind kicking up, he can't spot them on the beds. Can't find those big female bass, just catching bucks.
That one just hatched.
At least he's keeping it light out there, that's for sure. And now Grigsby is on one. And you can hear from his reaction that he's disappointed.
Change in the weather, wind picking up has really not worked to his advantage at all. He can't see the beds out there, doesn't know where to cast, so he's just casting blindly and catching small fish.
That ain't gonna work.
BF Goodrich Pro has very little time left to recover. This is Lendell Martin Jr. He began the day about 10 pounds out of the lead, and he too has not had any great catches today, but this is his 3rd hookup.
Lendell Martin, a veteran of bass fishing tournaments for years and years. This is only his 2nd year, though, on the FLW Tour. Worked his way up through the EverStart Series to qualify. This is his very first top 10 in the 2 years he's been on the FLW Tour. He's a quality angler. I'm sure we'll see him back in the top 10 in the future.
Getting his initiation to the FLW Outdoors Top 10. And here we see the result of all the traveling Alvin Shaw has been doing. The FLW rules state that anglers who need gas have to buy from a retail facility open to the public.
Our top 10 pros start with these beautiful Z20s full with 48 gallons of fuel. But if they need more, they got to do what Alvin's doing here. Pull that money out of their pocket and buy some gas.
It's no surprise Alvin has to refuel. He has gone all the way up the river, through the lock, to the north end of Gunnersville, about 75 miles. Now, by comparison, Kelly Jordan and Michael Bennett down near the dam went just a little more than half of that distance.
Okay, we're gassed up, so we don't have to worry about that. This is quicker than stopping down at Dito, but it probably costs us just 5 minutes time fishing in Gunnersville.
And time means everything to these anglers. They measure it down right to the minute.
Probably need to call the lock.
He's going to call the lock to make sure there's no barge going through that would preclude him from getting through.
So we're gonna run back to the lock and hope I can get that one. I know I saw it twice yesterday, so I'm pretty sure we'll see it.
He's gonna take his chances on a betting fish.
And if I catch it, then great. If not, we tried.
Michael Bennett going for an ace in the hole last minute.
I just want to get an honest effort, because every bedfish I found I've caught for the most part.
Spoken like an old pro, he's going for it. Toshinari Namiki, an Angler of the Year candidate, is also starting to steer towards the weigh-in. First, the anglers on Gunnersville have to lock downriver. It's about 40 minutes of enforced downtime, and it gives the anglers plenty of time to think about their day.
And the weigh-in. And after the weigh-in, only one event remaining. One more event to determine who will make the top 48 and be invited to the Forrest Elwood Championship in Hot Springs, Arkansas. $1.5 million at stake and $500,000 to the winner.
The weigh-in is coming up next on Walmart FLW Outdoors. The anglers are headed towards the weigh-in and towards the end of the season as well. One more tournament left to decide who is the best. It's the Land O'Lakes Angler of the Year race, and JT Kinney sits on top. And in this state, Alabama, they have produced some of the top anglers on tour. Why? We asked some of them to explain.
You know, fishing is so popular in Alabama. You know, there's like, say there's NASCAR. It's just a competitive state. NASCAR's pretty big. Alabama and Auburn football is pretty big. And they pale in comparison to bass fishing when it comes to Alabamians.
A lot of us grow up outdoors, you know, camping, hunting camps, fishing camps, filleting fish. It's just a way of life here in Alabama.
We're country folks. We were raised on hard work, rise up early in the morning and get it done.
Smile for him, look at him. All the Alabama guys are great, you know, they're real friendly, and I'm happy to live in Alabama right now.
I like Alabama. Fishing's really good year-round. You can fish year-round, which is important. That's why I moved here.
Oh, we're competitors, you know, but we're also from Alabama. So, you know, we're out here competing against each other, but you want to see each other do good, too.
No place like sweet home Alabama.
That's what our winner will be saying in just a little while. But first, it's a 45-minute full throttle drive back to the check-in. And being late means a 1-pound penalty for every minute you're late. Kelly Jordan trying to Hail Mary cast here, looking for one more big bite.
Well, buddy, you are not the size spotted bass that we're looking for. I don't know, that's frustrating when that happens. But sometimes when you have front pressure chain that come through, the little ones will bite real good, and the larger fish just are hard to catch. Now, I know some guys caught some, they always do. It's Lake Gunnersville, but I didn't.
We'll see at the weigh-in how hard Kelly Jordan has fallen. Meanwhile, still on Wheeler, Mike Hawks in a downpour right now.
The front has brought through some rain. He finally catching a fish. He's got to be a little disappointed. He gambled, stayed on Wheeler Lake both days. Didn't pay off this time, but I know he's happy just making it into the top 10.
Gonna be short.
A monster-like downpour like a monsoon, but these guys are still battling through it.
Zach Grigsby still looking for his first keeper of the day. He hadn't given up yet.
This will be the best finish of the year for Grigsby, though. And here is Michael Bennett looking for that betting fish he was talking about a few moments ago. And Michael knows, just like all the other anglers know, that every ounce counts in these tournaments. It's going to be an exciting ride to the marina, but nobody has had more adventures with Ranger boats than the company's founder, Forrest Elwood, as he tells us in today's Fish Tale, presented by Yamaha.
When we started building boats, I'd never been to too many places, didn't realize what a big country this was. And there was a fishing tournament going on in Florida, and I wanted to go down there and fish in it because I found out that if I'd go to those fishing tournaments and ask everybody there if they wanted to buy a boat, there'd be some of them would. And I'd never been to Florida before, and I was driving down the highway and had a friend with me, and all of a sudden that we got down in the swampy area and off of the interstate, and here was an alligator beside the road, and it suddenly dawned on me that my wife Nina had been wanting alligator shoes so bad, and they cost so much we just really couldn't afford them. And I thought, now's my chance to get Nina some alligator shoes. So I slammed the brakes on, jumped out of the car, and grabbed a stick of wood that was laying along the side of the road, took out the alligator, and he could run pretty good, but I was young then. I could run as fast as he could, so I knocked him in the head with that stick of wood I had, rolled him over, and he didn't have any shoes on.
Now that's a fishtail. After spending all day in the elements, the anglers get to take a comfortable ride. With a full police escort, they are taken through Decatur. The boats, the competitors, and of course, their bass. The caravan ends at the weigh-in tent outside of Walmart. The Alabama fans have flocked to the tent and the family fun zone located just outside. 3 anglers are eliminated immediately. They cannot match Kelly Jordan's total from yesterday, and Greg Hackney makes an early splash. But Toshinari Namiki grabs the lead away just moments later. Then, Alvin Shaw takes the stage.
This is his 3rd top 10 in a row. Unbelievable performance. Here's fish number 3. We're looking for 5 pounds, 6 ounces. He has 3 fish that weigh 6 pounds, 12 ounces. A new leader, Alvin Shaw. Give him a good round of applause. Great job.
For now, Alvin Shaw is on top, but yesterday's top 2 anglers are still to come, including 21-year-old rookie Michael Bennett. Imagine what he'd do with $100,000. And Kelly Jordan. Any one of these athletes can win. And you can also visit the website to vote for the Eagle Claw hook set of the day. You voted Jason Kilpatrick winner for his full body strike on Beaver Lake.
Woo! That's a confidence builder.
He also wins a $1,000 Walmart shopping card. Vote for your favorite from this tournament at FLWOutdoors.com. Today's winner will be decided in a matter of minutes. Inside the weigh-in tent, the action has not stopped. Moments ago, BF Goodrich pro Chad Grigsby was eliminated. But now it's time for the rookie, Michael Bennett, to show what he's got. And in spite of the stress and in the face of changing weather conditions, he had a great day today. His consistent performance in his first FLW Top 10 proves he belongs in this group of pros.
So 21-year-old Michael Bennett from the West Coast. He needs 4:13 to take over the lead. These 2 fish weigh 6 pounds, 1 ounce. A new leader, Michael Bennett.
What an incredible experience for this young angler. But next to the scales, the man who has dominated this tournament, the one we've been waiting for, Day 3 leader, Kelly Jordan.
This is a good start. This fish weighs in at 5 pounds, 8 ounces. A new leader, Kelly Jordan.
And he's done it again. Kelly Jordan now with a 2-pound lead. But Kellogg's pro Alvin Shaw is not done yet. And Michael Bennett has another chance as well to catch Kelly Jordan. Who will win $100,000? Find out next. So far, Kelly Jordan has fought off all challenges to his lead. Moments ago, 2 Angler of the Year frontrunners were eliminated. First, Greg Hackney, who weighted only 3 fish today. And then, Toshinari Namiki, who brought up just 2. He will not get his second victory of the season. Now it's Alvin Shaw's turn. He had another great day today. He was one of the only anglers with a strategy that could deal with today's unpredictable weather. And it paid off big time. Alvin Shaw kept catching fish when others could not.
He's going to need 1 more. And fish number 5, looking for 3 pounds and 5 ounces. He has 2 fish here that weigh 4 pounds, 9 ounces. A new leader, Alvin Shaw. He's our leader.
Alvin Shaw is on top of the board again, but this Texas-style shootout is not over yet. Now, Michael Bennett has a shot to take back the lead.
Looking for 3.5. This one here weighs in at 3 pounds even. We're going to need 1 more.
That's it.
No more.
No more.
Free limits in the first 3 days. Didn't quite do it today, but a great job of fishing for a 21-year-old. Let's give you a huge round of applause from Michael Bennett.
The amazing rookie is now out of the race, and Alvin Shaw has a shot to win his first FLW title. But does Kelly Jordan have enough to knock him off?
1 pound, 5 ounces with all he'll need to take over the lead, another $100,000.
It's gonna be something.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's get it over.
Okay, so put him out of his misery. No, you can't. You got to get the fish out of the bag. You can't weigh in the bag and all. You got to get the fish out of the bag. We have a champion, Alvin Shaw is our champion.
Holy cow, an incredible victory for Alvin Shaw. 10 years in the making, 7 top 10s, and finally he has his first tournament win. Here is how they finished after this unbelievable tournament. Alvin Shaw first, 21-year-old rookie Michael Bennett second, and Kelly Jordan finishes third. For Alvin Shaw, years of hard work are finally rewarded. Now he can set his sights on our next tournament, the Chevy Open, with double the prize money for first place. And here's how the Land O'Lakes Angler of the Year standings look after Wheeler Lake. Greg Hackney and Toshinari Namiki both move closer to the top, and Chad Grigsby is now in the top 10. The top 48 anglers go to the Forest Elwood Championship. Tune in next time as we follow the competition at the BFL All-American Tournament on the Ohio River in Paducah, Kentucky. Log on to FLWOutdoors.com for complete tournament coverage and live webcasts. For Charlie Evans, I'm Keith Leibowitz. Thanks for watching.